should have all had a heart. Would you give it as a gift to such as me, who longs to see our nature ought to be?
Okay, day 3 of week 5. It's the last day before the transfer break. It's the last day before Christmas. It's the last day before the new year. And we've lost one of our commentators. I've got Doug with me. How you doing, Doug?
I'm good, Martin. How are you?
I'm fine. What do you think's happened to Stu? He's been he's been captured by Father Christmas or somebody.
No idea. He's pulled his plug and something's gone wrong.
Yeah, I think it's the same gremlins that were getting grey in the live stream last night when it went off. I think his missus is doing the hoovering and pulled his plug out, and he's had it. So hopefully Stu's going to join in at some point during the show, whatever you want to call it. But we'll have to.
Maybe Gray's budgies are chewed through the cord.
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it? I must say his new cat got out the chimney breast and eaten through the wire. That could be what it is. So good day's racing again yesterday. You nearly got a winner, didn't you?
Almost, but Timmy knobbed me on the line.
Oh no, we've got to watch him. He's getting good, isn't he? That's 2 now.
Isn't he? He's got some good 2-year-olds. I've noticed that. His older horses are okay, but his 2-year-olds got a bit of zip in them, so
yeah, perhaps that
he's
means
obviously on the right track with his breeding.
Yeah, he must be just getting to that point where they start getting good, which will be good for him. Hopefully, he'll get a few in the transfer window, and then next season he'll be even better. So that's got to be good stuff. So yeah, good day's racing yesterday. We've got interesting day again today. It's all international stuff today, isn't it? To end the year.
My side of the planet.
Yeah, your side of the planet. So you really want to be the top man today to tell us what's going on. So what should we have a look at first?
Let's go to race 33 in the Singapore Airlines International Cup. People out there want an easy way to find out about racing in Singapore is just check it out on Facebook. Go to their page. I've liked their page. I get regular updates and lots of pictures. Don't have to do much reading, so that's nice. So
that's good.
It's good racetrack. You always see photos of horses sweating like crazy because it's hot and humid, but standard of racing there is fairly high. Not as high as Australia or Hong Kong or Japan, but it's not bad. It's decent.
So is that the place you were hoping to go to this last visit, or was that somewhere else?
I spent a night there, and an evening, night and morning, and but I want to go back there another time and get to a race meeting. A lot of their meetings are under lights, I think. So,
that's good. I don't know a great deal about Singapore. To be honest, I don't know a great deal about racing your side of the world, really. I'm one of those sort of old-fashioned British and European sort of people who's tended, apart from the last few years, to sort of disregard the rest of the world when it comes to racing, because we've just got this assumption that ours is better than everybody else's, which is a typical English approach to a lot of things.
Well, that's the problem with you Brits. You've just forgotten about your colonies.
That's right. And we've forgotten how to play cricket as well, haven't we? Giving us another good walloping in that as well. So
3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
Yeah, having a go at the singing now. Stu's singing yesterday, you singing today. Where's it going to end? Anyway, let's have a look at this first race then, shall we? This Singapore Airlines International Cup. Looks like a pretty good race to me.
Yeah, it's a pretty good race. In fact, all the trainers there, couldn't rule any of those trainers out. I suppose Colin Clark's Count Bluebell is obviously the lowest rated, and you'd probably think maybe the one that probably doesn't have much of a chance. The rest, 104 up to 117.
Well,
this is wide open, this race. Wide open.
It is, isn't it? And it's got one of those interesting things about it again, hasn't it? With Zara Approval comeback horse from a couple of seasons ago. I think that one prefers the dirt, though, doesn't it? And has a tendency to get itself into trouble in races, getting itself boxed in and all sorts of stuff. So that'll be interesting to see how that one goes. Are you sort of leaning towards one in particular?
Well, I'm going to go for the Orange Aurora. Server.
That's interesting, because that's exactly the same one I'm going to go for, because I looked at it and I thought there's question marks about all of the others, really. Stephen Rand seems to have these things. They're either brilliant or they disappoint. There's no nearly with him, is there? He's winning some big races, but then a couple of his others are bombing out a bit. Paul Rhodes just seems to be having a really in and out season for him. Zara Approval's disappointing on its run so far this season, and definitely prefers the dirt. You'd have to throw Hippo.
Josh's horse will be there.
Yeah.
I just think this will come down to maybe who just gets the best run.
Yeah, and it's the other fact that Molliette's surface horses do seem to be a big leap ahead of what they were last year. He says that he really likes the soft ground, and it's soft ground. So
soft.
It could be between him and Jim, really. But it'll be a good race, whatever happens. Looking
forward to it.
Looking forward to that one. I've got no idea what what Stu would have picked, but he wouldn't have been able to pick the winner anyway. So the good news for everybody there is that there's no kiss of Stu in that race, and we'll hear from him later, no doubt.
Breathe a sigh of relief.
So on to race 34 then, which is the Kranji Mile.
Kranji Mile. This is a big race in Singapore. The thing about Singapore is it's the first language there is English.
Oh.
So if you want a holiday in the sun in Asia, well, Singapore's a great place to start because English is the first language. So
Oh, so that makes
walk around,
it slightly.
Indians and Asians, and they all speak English.
Oh, right, that makes it slightly better than Australia then, because English is the first language, is it?
In Australia, Australian is the first language, English is second.
Yeah, this does look like it's going to be a really good race, doesn't it? It's a sort of clash of the sort of guineas horses. The colts and the fillies can go in this, can't they? Wonder if we're going to pick the same one again. What are you going for this time?
This is another open race, isn't it?
Yeah, with the top four have all won good races.
I reckon I'm going to go with Turquoise Velez.
Oh, we're going to get real told off there because this is exactly the same one that I'm going for because it won for me last week. I tipped it last week to win and it did. And Darren Thompson is another one who's just jumped up a level, hasn't he, this season? And he's picking up some...
And the thing is, it's a soft track, but all the runners want firm or good or firmish. So everyone's in the same park here. And I just went for it. It's got the 2 wins. The others, no, the horses won too.
Yeah, it
There's
won.
been some consistent runners though. But
Yeah, it won well last week as well. So yeah, I think we're going to both have to agree on that one. So we'll find out whether we're as bad an omen as Stu, won't we, later on if those two both bomb out. I noticed Stu's got one in this. He's obviously in there to try and pick up a little bit of prize money. He's about I don't know, £50 out of the rest of them. But all the big boys are in there again, aren't they?
I think it'd be hard to even sneak 5th.
Oh, you probably do want to finish 15th, and there's only about 10 in it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so that's the two big races at Kranji. Then there's also a handicap with about 400 in as well. So we'll jump over to your neck of the woods next and have a look at this.
Australia.
This AJC Derby, because this looks like it's going to be a right good race, even though it's a reasonably small field. I think it's looking pretty interesting, and we've both got a horse in it. I just
put it in and I thought,
yeah,
but no other race for it.
And not only that,
why not?
We've both got a horse in it that's won a race as well, so we're not totally out of it. You know, this could be interesting. It's a pity those top two are in there.
It's up a spoil over the century.
If those top two weren't in there, we'd definitely fancy our chances. I think. Tell us a bit about yours, Mr. Spock. Are you a Star Trek fan or something? Or was that just called up for
the original Star Trek?
All right.
Yeah, from the 60s or whenever it was, and I don't. It's a funny thing. Usually, all my horses, I named them with something to do with the mum or the dad's name. And Mr. Spock's the first horse I didn't do that, and it's the only horse I haven't done it with. And for whatever reason, I remember sitting there and I thought, Mr. Spock. So I can safely say Mr. Spock is the only horse in the race that's actually on its home ground advantage.
It is. So that is is that a regular thing you do that?
Yeah. I do actually. I just go with what the game names them, the 2-year-olds, and then I've been really slack on it, but I'm starting to get on top of where I just go through and make sure that the name fits the sex. So if there's a horse named Miss Jane and it's a colt, which happens heaps of me, I overlook it, I don't see it. And the only ones I really rename are the ones that there's doubles for, the games pointed out that there's another horse with that name or whatever, so they're the only ones I really change, and then I just work off the breeding name.
All right. I must admit, I take ages picking the names of mum. If you make up if you give them a name, you end up getting more attached to them. I find, like if I name a horse after a particular song I like or something, then you really want it to be good. It's almost disappointing when it's rubbish. That's the downside to it. It's harder to get rid of them.
Yeah, I think I'll once I start getting horses that are really good, I might probably start naming them after maybe famous Aussie race horses from way back. So, but till that day comes along, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing.
Okay, so we'll look forward to that in SO9 then, shall we?
Probably about SO11.
Okay, so anyway, we've had a little talk about that. So you don't think yours has got much chance of winning?
Mine hasn't. Yours, you never know. But I still think there's something in the game where my horse running on an Australian track. And I think I've got a bit of a theory they do run a bit better, but it's not going to run any better than Pristine Stems or Jackie Chan, Supply Lines, Canute and Al.
No, but it could run well enough to get into the money, couldn't it? If you think about it, because fifth is only rated 88, so you're only £28 inferior. And if your theory works, then home sort of field advantage might well be worth £28, mightn't it?
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but I think your horse has got more of a chance.
Well, my horse had a great chance until Jackie Chan and Pristine Stems turned up, because I don't think they were in when I put it in. This was my horse that was going to run in the Derby, and I had to do my entries on Thursday this week, and I looked at this race, and at that point, one of the best looking horses in the race was Platinum Playboy. Now, that was the one that mine beat, although it didn't really beat it. It got the race when that got disqualified, but it only beat it by a little bit, and I think mine would have won anyway over a little bit further. So I thought, I've got a good chance of winning this. And then, of course, Darren Thompson's put his horse that probably could have won the Derby in, and Paul Rhodes got an unbeaten one in as well. So, and then Stephen Rand's got his diverted from Epsom horse as well, which I think that initially was in the Derby when I did my entries. I might be wrong. So now, I'm probably looking at hoping to sneak fourth or fifth, the same as you, but it's got more of a chance in this one than I think it had in the other one, but probably not going to win. I should give a good account of itself, I think.
In saying all that, I'm going to go with Pristine Stems, Darren Thompson.
Yeah, it's getting excruciatingly boring, isn't it? You and me just picking the same ones every time. But you told me this ages ago, 2 wins on a trot is very difficult to do in this league, so we're asking it to do 3 on a trot. Not many do that. I don't think he would have sent it here instead of the real Derby, as I call it, the Derby at Epsom, if he thought it was, unless he thought it was really going to be nailed on to win this, because he would have had a crack at the other one, I think. So, yeah, firm going. Got to be Pristine Stems. We're both going for the same ones again.
That's it. Well, yeah, we're not adventurous as punters, are we?
Well, not today. We're not. No, but we're either going to look really good.
In the past, though.
Getting 3 winners or 3 losers between us. So anyway, at least we're only upsetting 1 trainer per race so far today. So that is one good thing, and it is Christmas. We're supposed to be trying to be nice to people. So,
well, we should move on to the Oaks.
This is basically a Group 1 maiden, because there's not a single winner in the race.
That's correct.
Which is a bit of a surprise.
It is, isn't there? Really, a trainer from because we had the Oaks on the first day, didn't we? English one. Trainer there who had something smart would have been smarter coming here.
Yeah, it is surprising. I mean, I didn't really have one that could have gone. I did have one that could have gone in it, but she wouldn't have had any chance of winning it, and I've whacked her in one of them middle distance handicaps to see if I can get her into the final for later on in the season. But looking at this, she probably could have finished 4th or 5th. But I'm surprised that nobody spotted that it's a bit of an opening in this race and gone for it.
Definitely going for 5th place here.
Yeah, well, if your theory works again, you could be in there, couldn't you? You've only got to beat 2 to get in the money.
That's it.
So,
I'm hoping I can do it. But let's have a look at this field. I reckon we're going to be... Well, I'm just going to go for Winks.
What do you think about this Winks thing? Because I don't know, if I was you, I'd be thinking, well, Paul Rhodes, all the good horses he's got, and he's picked one to call Winks. They don't manage to win a race yet. Bit of a risk, isn't it? Calling a horse Winks. You're asking it to live up to a lot. I'd have thought, well...
I think Paul likes Winks, the real Winks, anyway.
Yeah, well, he couldn't. Yeah, because he's like a proper racing bloke, and anybody that's a proper racing person likes Winks. So it's good when you see a champion like that, the same as Franklin, all them. Everybody likes it, whether they bet on it or not, because you just like to see horses that are champions. I don't think we've got a SO6 version of Winks in this race, even though we've got one called it. You're gonna go for it, are you? You're gonna break its maiden in Australia? I suppose that would be quite sort of appropriate, wouldn't it? Really.
Well, to be honest, I think best horse in the race, I reckon, is probably going to be Time Bandit. It's only had the 1 start. It racked up 112 from that 1 start. Winks has had 3 starts and still sitting on 114. So either Time Bandit's reached its limit already, or it's going to just kick on well with it. And I'm just going for Winks. Yeah, well, just because of the name. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go for Time Bandit. We need to be going for a different one this time. Because I'm going to say Time Bandit's only had the 1 run. I think Winks has had 3 chances to win already and hasn't managed to take any of them yet. There comes a time when you have to say, well, you've had your chances and you're not good enough. And I don't think it's 114 horse, and Time Bandit could be 120 horse, couldn't it? So I'm going to go for Time Bandit. It'll be nice to see 1 in a million win, because 1 in a million was a good filly over here back end of the 70s. Won the 1,000 guineas, I think. So that would be quite nice. But sadly I don't think that one's going to be quite good, and either which it should finish in the money. So that's the flat done. Haven't we got through it quick without Stu? Must be Stu that does all the waffling, you know, because we've got through that in no end of time. I don't know what this is. You'll think we don't want him to do it. We'll have to stop
cut bits and pieces out.
Yeah, we'll have to add bits in today to make it long enough. Okay, so that's that.
We're off to the hunt, are we?
Yeah, we're going to have a look at a couple of races on the jumps. There's no big Group 1s today, but there's a couple of interesting ones. One at Clonmel and one at Navan. So first of all, at Clonmel, we've got the Clonmel Oil Chase, which is race number 26.
Well, I can tell you my hunt table coming up to the window, I'm just going to cut a few and bring nothing in.
Well, you had a winner now, though. You had your first jumps winner, didn't you, last week?
Yeah, no, I'm really happy with that, but I've got a couple that I've put in that they're pulling up over 2 mile. So I've had enough of that.
Yeah, it's difficult to jumps, isn't it? Really, doing the entries is really difficult with all this sort of like novices, and then some novices can run in some races and some they can't, and you get it all worked out, and then you think, oh crikey, that one's not allowed in that one, and that one is in that, and then all it's an absolute nightmare sometimes doing the jumps entries.
I'm starting to think this might be my last season competing in the hunt. For me, like, you guys have a pretty good idea of it, but for me, it's just a bit too confusing and frustrating.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things we said we were going to try and talk about later on after the season finishes, trying to make the national hunt side of the jump side of it a little bit more accessible to people that don't know a lot about jump race, because we have to accept the fact, I think, that we've got quite a few people playing that either don't follow the jumps, or they live in a country where jumps is different, or they don't have it at all, but because it's a part of the game and it's all mixed in together, they want to be a part of it and they want to enjoy it, but they get confused. I get a lot of people sort of messaging me saying, how does this work? Why can't I put that horse in that race? Why is this? What's the difference between a novice and a juvenile? What's this? What's that? What's the other? So I'm thinking we could find a way to sort of just make it a little bit clearer in the off season before we start. Maybe we'll have to wait till SO7 because of people's games have already been moving on for so long they wouldn't be able to adapt. But I mean, as usual, I've got a few ideas. So Greg will sit there now tearing his hair out thinking, oh God, what's he going to suggest next? Because I'm sure he's going to get a little dollar, man, and stick pins in it soon. I keep coming up with all these wacky ideas and he's thinking, oh no, what am I going to have to change now?
I like your ideas for the hunt, but I don't know if it's going to swim, but I'll definitely be supporting it because it definitely makes it simpler.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. Because I know there's a lot of people that do enjoy it, that don't really get how the novice side of things. And because we have the way we play the game, where most horses don't come back, the whole point of novices is completely irrelevant anyway. So anyway, we'll talk about that another day. Let's have a look at this Clonmel Oil Chase, shall we? Which is a grade 2, 2.5 mile, lot of 2.5 mile races this week. So not a huge field, but that hasn't stopped these races being exciting this week. Had some really good ones. There was a couple of real close ones again last night. The heavy going as well. Catch a few out, won't it? So Group 2, this level weights. There's one that is massively overrated compared to the others, although I'm not 100% sure why. Colin Clark's Hungry Bear is considered 19 pounds superior to everything else. So it's not like a regular.
Looks like he's came back from last season. He started about 10 times.
Oh, right. It must have been around a bit then, yeah. Again,
13,
that one.
This is his 14th start.
Is it? Right.
It could be 3 seasons too.
It could be, couldn't it? So it's certainly got a.
So it won a Group 3 chase 2 starts ago. So I reckon that must be this season.
Yeah, that was probably one of those ones at the beginning of the season, wasn't it? So.
Season 7, yeah. So this is its 4th start. So its 2nd start, its first start was in a hurdle, then it went to the chase and won, and then it ran 5th in the Go-Round Champion Chase Group 2.
Right, so that's not done it any favours, has it really? Because if you're finishing 5th in a Group 2, you're not going to get your handicap marked down. I mean, this isn't an handicap, so it doesn't matter. But it looks like it might be one of them things for Colin Clark. Like it's one of those consistent horses that's going to keep coming 4th or 5th. And he's kind of
just bags one here and there.
Kind of mean it never gets into the sort of lower handicaps to pick up the win again. But looking at that, it could win this, couldn't it? Because there's not a lot in here with form, and you wouldn't want to put money on Josh's standing on its feet all the way around the way it's been going.
That's right. Yeah, definitely. It's got a bit of a knack for dropping the jockey.
And so has Leon van Rensburg's as well, which is a surprise because he's normally a top bloke in these races as well.
What about Stu's horse down here? That's bagged to 4th. fourth in the Group 3.
Yeah, it's a pity he's not here to ask about that. But that fourth may well have been in a hurdle though, because it's got a higher hurdle rating than it's got chase rating. So, but you never know.
Well, I reckon for me it's between two horses.
I bet they're going to be the same two. That's what I'm going to say.
I reckon they will be. Oxygen and Pandy.
That's it. Yeah, I exactly think the same thing. Oxygen and Pandy. I'm presuming that the statement that's been put up by Kevin Minahan is from a previous race. Either that or he's gone totally round a twist, because he's put 2 mile 4 furlongs look too short. This trip is too far. And how long's the race?
2 mile 4 furlongs.
Yeah, so he's obviously either lost the plot or that's from last week.
Or he's trying to confuse people.
Yeah,
get them off the scent.
He could be, couldn't he?
I can't really split the two. There's sort of similar rating, similar sort of placings. If anything, Martin's horse has been just a little bit more consistent, but not by much. So I'm going to give it to Pandy.
Okay, well, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to give it to Oxygen. And the only reason I'm going to do that is because that statement where it says 2 mile 4 furlongs look too short, and then it says this trip is too far. I'm assuming that last week he must have run over 2.6 or 3 miles maybe. This is too far on heavy going, so you're going to need to be able to stay a little bit further than 2.5 miles anyway. So I'm going to apply real racing logic to this and hope it makes sense. And also, if you look at Pandy, it does look more consistent, but it's also got a hurdle rating of 123. So I reckon most of those good runs have been over hurdles rather than fences. So that is the only that's the only swinging factor that changes it over for me. And of course, you're going to say Hungry Bear looks like it could be the class act in the race, so that one could beat them both. But I'll breathe easy with Oxygen.
I think if In a State of Madness stays in the race, well, I think will probably be the likely winner.
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it? Yeah.
The big question mark. Big question mark.
Of course, the thing that we got to find out, we don't know, is Clonmel a race course that's been rebuilt by Gray? Because if it is, he has a tendency to make the fences about 10 times bigger than everywhere else. So if he's done that, then the State of Madness has got no chance of getting round at all. So it could be interesting. So we'll look.
I just assumed Clonmel was a real place.
Oh, Clonmel is a real place, but a lot of the courses in the game were not actually the real courses. They were just duplicates of the other. I think Chepstow was a copy of Newbury or something, and some of the ones that are not right, Gray has gone in and rebuilt them and remade them.
Yeah.
And if Clonmel was one of those, I know one or two of the Irish ones he's done, because the fences have been enormous. I said, how on earth are the fences that big? And I'm not sure whether Clonmel is one of them or not, but if it is, the fences will be too big for In a State of Madness, and that'll be the end of that. So
good point.
We'll see what happens with that one. So we just shoot off to a different part of Ireland now then for race 28. The Monksfield Novices Hurdle, which is a Group 2 Novices Hurdle. Now, Monksfield was a really, really good hurdler back in the golden days of hurdling, back in the sort of half of the 70s and the early 80s, when the likes of sort of Sea Pigeon and Beulah and Night Nurse and all Comedy of Errors and all those sort of horses were around. Lanzarote, some really, really good hurdlers, and so this is the race named after him. So it should be. So is Navan
a real racetrack?
Yep, Navan is a real racetrack. All of the courses are real. I just don't know whether they're the identical copies of them that we were using. I'm pretty sure that if we're using them in the league, then they either were originally the proper ones or Gray's rebuilt them. So it will be proper Navan. Interesting looking race, this Novice Hurdlers.
Well, I've definitely stayed away just because of the fact it's a G2. I don't even bother. So will this set weights?
Yeah, this will be set weights. This one.
Pretty strong field, isn't it?
It is. It's
You'd almost have to put in, I reckon, Blue Owasso, God of War, In a State of Shock, and Moidor Man. They've all got a rating of 100, so there's a good chance none of them have started over the hurdles yet.
Yeah, I think you're probably right with that.
So they're the unknown. Those 4 horses, they're the unknowns, and I'm going to put a line through them straight away.
Okay.
Cater the Glen, well, your horse has gone around on the hurdles. Not so good, but it's gone around. Looks like it's better chaser than hurdler.
Well, this is one for next year, really. I mean, that may sound a bit bonkers, but I didn't have a really good 3 mile, 2.5 mile, 3 mile novice hurdler, and she is going to make a really good chaser next season. And I thought, do you know what, I keep going on about bringing horses back and all that sort of stuff, so I thought I'm going to put her in as a 4-year-old and campaign her as a novice as a 4-year-old, and then bring her back as a proper full open horse next year at 5. Next year at 5, next season, she is going to be really good. Now, 1 week so far this season, I couldn't get her in a race, so I stuck her in a chase, and she ran quite well. But at 5 and 6, she is a really good 2.5, 3 mile hurdler at 5, and she's a really good chaser at 6. So she's one for the future. So if she can, if she can pop round and pick up a bit of money this season, she'll be all right. But she's going to be around for probably, if we have 2 more seasons, and there's a good possibility she could be around for both of them after this. So she could be a 3-season horse, but probably won't win today.
I think today it's out of the top 3. And it's just a matter of picking one. I'm gonna go with Darren Thompson's horse, River Your.
Yeah, well, that's another one, isn't it? That's 1-2 on. That's 1-2. I've got a feeling that maybe that unseated rider might have been in a chase, and that's why he dropped it back to hurdles again. I don't know, but it's 1-2. Some of our girl Jim Murray looks interesting, but the thing that makes you lean towards the top one, River Your, is the going, because Jim's wants it soft.
Yes, I didn't notice that.
And
yep, I didn't notice that.
Darren's wants it firm, so that's good. The thing you've got to take into account is a lot of people don't actually put the ground in. I know Paul Rose doesn't. He just loads all his horses up as one in good going. So we don't know. With that might be a mudlark for all we know. It might need it like a road. So
yeah, that's an interesting point. Well, so Paul's is the unknown, but what we do know is that it hasn't started over the chase with 100 rating, the same as some of Vale Girl, Judas and Flower Road. They've just put into the game as hurdlers so far.
Yeah, so Paul must be sort of thinking it's a hurdler, well, he's not sort of experimenting and sending it over fences, because normally with him, if it's run 4 times and hasn't had a win, that's got to be close to getting the chop, I would think, this week, hasn't it, that one? I think it might be in the... It's last chance. Moment
of truth.
So I'm surprised he hasn't tried it over fences before now. So that does make it interesting. And Jim Murray has got he just seems so good at getting horses that finish second. He has a lot of winners, but he also has a lot of seconds, doesn't he? And if he says it like soft going and it's firm, then maybe that could be the end of that one. But River Your looks good. I think Darren Thompson's going to have a really good 3rd day. We have been really, really bored up because we've virtually tipped the same horse in every single race. Everybody will be shouting, "We want the kiss of stew! We want the kiss of stew!"
Make it interesting. It's 2 boring old bats.
Yeah. So anyway, he's probably out busy buying his sort of Max Bygrave's Christmas album or whatever he's doing, or something, or rescuing a cat from up a chimney, or something. So that's that then. So that's the end of week 5. We're done now, aren't we, for Christmas, New Year? We're going to try and do
That's correct.
Try and do a bit of a special in the break if we can get anything sorted. We'll have a go at something, and in the meantime, I suppose we just sort of have a good Christmas and a New Year.
Same to you. It's
been good talking to you as always, and hopefully we'll get hold of Stu at some point. We'll get loads of messages with expletives in our little group text thing, because he can't get his microphone to work. I hope he's done all his commentating, otherwise we could end up doing some commentating later. So.
Something's probably very simple's gone wrong.
Yeah, I should think it's bound to be something fairly simple, isn't it? It normally is, when that sort of thing happens. But the more you look at it, the more frustrated you get with it, and you end up not seeing it. He'll find something out later on that he's not plugged it in the right hole or something, and that's all it is. And
sometimes it's just a matter of just turning the computer off and then turning it back on.
Yeah,
that's the truth.
It is, yeah. So anyway, have a good Christmas, Doug, and I'll hopefully speak to you pretty soon, and we'll see everybody later on.
Sounds good. No worries. See you later.
Okay, the magic of Christmas, Santa Claus, fairy godmothers, whatever you want to call it, fix the computer, and who have we found but Stu? How you doing, Stu?
Hey, I'm okay now, thanks very much. A little bit later than normal, but we're here now.
A little bit later than normal, it's dark here. What about a little bit later?
It's finally got dark here. Just.
So, you had a few problems with your old computer, I gather, and it was a real technical problem that you needed a degree to sort out.
Yes, no, I did, of course. Luckily, my technical degree helped drawing.
That's what we need to know.
That's enough.
Okay, you're not going to go into any more details then about that.
I'm not going to admit it was something as simple as a mute button, Martin. Come on.
Okay, well, we'll just have to keep that one and we'll hang that one over your head for a while and we'll bring it out as and when we think it's appropriate. So,
That's about right.
anyway, it's the middle of the night where Dougie's now, so he's probably fast asleep with his little koala bear or whatever he has, and we're going to have a quick look and get the Kiss of Stew. We thought everybody was safe this week. We thought there was no Kiss of Stew for today's racing. All the trainers have been breathing the sigh of relief, and now, purely by magic, you're here and you can give the Kiss of Stew. So what about the Singapore race first of all?
Okay, looking at that, I'd like to go with our approval for John because it's a returning horse, and there seems to be a bit of chat going on about returning horses recently, meaning today. But generally, it's only ever really won on dirt if you look back over its history of last year. So I don't think it's going to go well on soft ground. So very quickly, I think I'm going to go for Jim's Ancient Rock Boy. It's got a win in there. I assume you've all gone for Heir Apparent for Paul Rhodes, but
no, bizarrely, me and Doug have gone for the same horse in every race except for one. And I think in this one, is this Turquoise Velez in this one, or is this in the next one?
No, it's in the next one. Turquoise Tomato in this one.
Well, we've gone for something in this. It's the same. I can't remember what it is now, though, because I haven't got the. Hard up in
Steve Rann horse.
Yeah, that could be.
Ron. Oh God.
Yeah, that's the one. He got his name wrong again already. Yeah, we've gone for that one. Anyway, yeah, we've gone for
Jim's Ancient Rock Boy.
Right. Okay. So poor old Jim ended up with the belated Kiss of Stew. What about in the
Christmas Kiss of Death?
Yeah.
That was just my little jingle. Okay, the Christmas Kiss of Death and the Cranji Mile then.
Yep.
It's not, I don't think this is particularly a really top field. There's not very much. The top three of all, or the top four of all won. But I'm going to stick my neck out and give, because I assume you lot have gone for Turquoise Velez.
Well,
so
goodness, I've just told you that, yeah.
I'll go for Finjet of Paul Rhodes.
Right, okay.
Sorry, Paul.
That's good to see you sharing the Christmas kisses around and not giving them all to the same person. So then off to...
No, that's right.
We're off to Australia next then for your thoughts on the Australian Derby.
ABC Derby, yeah, there's a few horses in there have only run once, haven't they? So you're not quite sure how good they are. Though Paul's got Jackie Chan in it, one first time out. Pristine Stems, which ran very well last week. No, supply lines for Stephen Rann.
Right, okay, I think...
Happy Christmas, Steve!
I think me and Doug both went for the same one in this again as well. I can't remember what it was. I'm that busy doing the editing. Anyway, Oaks next.
Oh yeah, Ramwick. Yeah, small field again. It does appear that not a lot of us have obviously got that many fillies, because that was the Oaks yesterday. The Oaks, obviously in the UK, they've all been small fields.
Yeah, and there's not a single winner in that.
I suppose you really got to look at Winks, haven't you? It's got a little solid kind of form. It hasn't ever won. But because it's the spirit of Christmas, and we like to share things around at Christmas, we're going to go for the little outsider, which is Pristina for Darren Thompson. Happy Christmas, Pristina.
So there you go. So the kisses of stew, kisses of death, kisses of Christmas, or whatever we're going to call them this week, are being spread about quite a lot.
Yeah, no, I'd like to be fair at this time of year, the time of sharing and caring and such like.
Jolly good. So what about the old jumps then? We're going to look at two races today on the jumps, both in Ireland, one at Clonmel and one at Navan. The Clonmel Oil Chase was the first one we had to look at.
Okay, quite a small field again. Though it's on that heavy conditions, which has thrown up a few over the last couple of days that have been a bit strange. Not particularly got a few unseated. There's a lot of unseated. The bigger boys.
Yeah,
very
we noticed that.
Together, Andy. Oh, it's a tough one. Actually, I tell you what, if I give mine a kiss, then it's guaranteed not to. It was never going to win anyway, so that would look good. Now, okay, Marty Kens, it's Pandy for Pandy. Happy Christmas to you.
Well, that's interesting because Doug went for Pandy as well, and when me and Doug were talking about it, we both got it down to two, Pandy and Oxygen. I went for Oxygen and Doug went for Pandy, so now you've gone for Pandy as well, so that's pretty interesting. And that just leaves the last one then that we looked at today was the Monksfield Novices Hurdle at Navan.
Over at Navan, Novice Hurdle. Again, there's a few unseated horses in this, isn't there? Even the River Yukur, the top one's unseated last time out. I've got one in this as well, but I doubt if it will win. Okay, I might maybe Sirius Chill actually here, though it's a 4-year-old. Oh, serious. If that had been a 5-year-old, mate, you would have got your first kiss of death, I think. But because it's a 4, I think it's going to go to some of our girl for Jim Murray. Sorry for the second kiss for you, Jim. Got to wish you a happy Christmas. Summer Bell Girl.
There you go. So I'm glad you got your computer sorted out, Stu, because it wouldn't have been the same to do the last show before Christmas without some
I know,
kisses
I
of
was a little bit
Stu.
disappointed I couldn't get on with Doug as well, so it kind of it was a little bit of a downer, but at least I've managed to get in now.
You have indeed, and we will be back for a mid-season review jamboree type show thing sometime between now and when the window opens. Then, so have a good time then, Stu. Sorry it's a bit quick and short and sweet today.
No, likewise, happy Christmas to you all. Happy Christmas to all the team and all the guys that just take part in the league.
Yeah, we're good. Then we'll see everybody in the new year.
Perfect. Okay,
All
bye
right.
for now.
See you later. Ta-ra.
Bye.
Okay, our second race here at Clonmel today is the Clonmel Oil Chase. It's a Group 2, or G2, Grade 2, should we say, over 2 mile 4 furlongs. Number 1 is Dancing Champ, Leon van Rensburg. 2, Horseshoe Bend, Carl Arroganti. 3, Hungry Bear, Colin Clark. 4, in a State of Madness, Joshua Sutherland. 5, Oxygen, Kevin Minahan. 6, Pandy, Marty Cairns. 7, Springfield, Jamie Hopkins. 8, Storm Clouds Gather, D. Thompson. 9, Bigger Picture, Stu Gray. And 10 is Rock Queen, Darren Howes. And we're away. Looks like the rain's slightly eased up here at Clonmel. There's 2 mile 4 furlong. So Grade 2. Maybe wait for them all to settle down. See who really wants to lead them into the first. I'll skip over that. So we're through 1. I'm going to pass the stand. That'll be the last, I think, in 2 circuits' time. Oh no, this will be the last in 2 circuits' time. Oh, if only I knew my race courses. Well, past the pack stands here at Clonmel. And the people cheering. So, Hungry Bear goes past the finishing line for the first of 2 circuits. And leads by 2 to 3 from the chasing pack of Storm Clouds Gather, Dancing Champ, Horseshoe Bend, in a State of Madness alongside the fence with a little bit less room than he probably requires. Springfield and Oxygen, they'll get over the second. Oh, we've lost one there. Bigger Picture, hit it hard. Bad luck for connections. I'm not sure if that's unseated rider. I'd say that was driving into a brick wall. And they're straight over the 4th as well there. It's all coming quick and fast already, and into the 5th. And everybody's over that. A little bit of a slow jump there just by Horseshoe Bend, which demotes himself into last. And again, they're over the 6th. Hungry Bear took that a little bit slow, but still leads into the 7th, and they've all skipped over that. Well, we've got 18 to jump here, 11 left to run. They're going to come thick and fast, but it's Hungry Bear that leads. From Oxygen, Storm Clouds Gather. The one that didn't take that particularly well was Dancing Champion, demotes himself, but at least they're going around lickety-split here. It's Hungry Bear that leads them. And then we've got Storm Clouds Gather. And then we've got In a State of Madness, Oxygen. And then we've got Pandy in the white and the blue cap. The one on the outside of Pandy is Springfield. On the inside is Dancing Champ, the grey. And we've got on the outside of that is Rock Queen. And between is Horseshoe Bend, but it's still Hungry Bear that leads them. Hungry Bear by a couple, very closely packed here. There's a bit of jostling for room, a few of them getting caught for space, which they shouldn't really. And there's only 9 of them left in the field. They're all running at a fair pace. So, as we approach the next, it's still Hungry Bear, takes them over the 9th. They'll take that well. The one that wasn't particularly good was Oxygen. But it's still Hungry Bear. Pandy's come out of the pack now to take second on its own. They've got In a State of Madness. A bad jump there by Pandy, a little bit slow. Allowed Springfield to take second, but it's still Hungry Bear that leads them. Past the winning post for the second time with a circuit left to run. And it's still Hungry Bear from Pandy. Then we've got Springfield in a State of Madness, scraping paint and enjoying its ride around. And we've got Rock Queen, Oxygen, Storm Clouds Gather, Springfield, Horseshoe Bend, and the grey Dancing Champ at the rear. They take the 11th. And we lost one there. Springfield's gone. It was a fall of bad luck connections. And it's still Hungry Bear that leads them as we come into this back straight. Over the next, over the 12th, some good jumps there, a couple of slow towards the rear, and it's still Hungry Bear, leads them into the 13th, everybody's over it. Hungry Bear and Pandy Length and a half between the two. Pandy stood off of it and lost a length in the lead, but Hungry Bear's still leading them, and has been since the beginning. They take the 15th. Poor jump this time by Storm Clouds Gather, or maybe that was Oxygen. I think it was Storm Clouds Gather, didn't take it particularly well. Hungry Bear still leads and takes the 16th. We've only just got 4.5 furlongs left to run. One that's getting a little bit detached is Horseshoe Bend, and probably won't win from there. But it's Hungry Bear that leads them. Under a bit of pressure, but the jockey's really moving it on now. From the chasing Pandy and Rock Queen, then we've got In State of Madness, Storm Clouds Gather making some ground, Dancing Champ the Grey trying to work on, and it's still Hungry Bear that leads them. We've still got Hungry Bear by 3 to 4 lengths to Pandy, Rock Queen and In State of Madness. They've really got to get a move on if they're going to catch this Hungry Bear. He's obviously aiming for the honey pot. It's Hungry Bear that leads them. Jockey takes a quick look round. We're inside the 2 furlongs. Hungry Bear going to take them into the 17th. Still leads by 3 to 4. Chasing pack of Pandy in the State of Madness and Rock Queen. They're all over that. A poor jump by their chasing pack. The State of Madness loses a length or so, but Hungry Bear still leads. They've only got one left to jump. Half a furlong. He looks round. He's got him over, but in the State of Madness has really stepped on the gas here. It could be close. Hungry Bear in a State of Madness. In a State of Madness just gets up on the line. Very fortunate there. Bad luck for Hungry Bear. You've led it from the beginning. The honey's not going to be for you. In a State of Madness took a poor jump at the last, but manages over the last half a furlong to get up and take that. I think that's a Joshua Sutherland horse, so a good win there for Josh. Second was Hungry Bear. I'm not sure what the connections are there. We'll wait for that. I don't recognise the colours. And Rock Queen, I'd say for Darren Howes, was third. We'll wait for the connections to come up. And it is In a State of Madness that takes it for Joshua Sutherland. Hungry Bear for Colin Clark, bad luck there. Third, Rock Queen, Darren Howes. 4, Storm Clouds Gather, D. Thompson. And 5, the Grey Dancing Champ for Leon van Rensburg. Okay, race 29 this week is the Troy Town Handicap Chase. It's a 3-mile big money race, this one. So number 1 is Firebridge Boy, 2 is Regent Street, 3 Lady Crumpet, 4 Schechter, 5 Larwood Miss, 6 Barris Girl, 7 Nature's King, 8 Full Metal Jacket, 9 Cat King, 10 Strong Knight, 11 the Pelosia Nonia, 12 Refreshed, 13 the Maze, 14 MacFederal, and it's 14 that are going. It's a big money pot, this one. I think it's £80,000 across the board, so it must be a good £50,000 for the winner, more or less. Already inside and going to take the first. Everybody gets over that quite well, although Nature's King took it a little bit sloppy. We're only inside one, and we've still got 18 left to jump. And still just under the 3 miles. We passed the big grandstand here at Narvan and the finishing post. They take this left turn. The ones that are getting caught wide here are going to end up making up 3 or 4 furlongs. And they go first round that bend. The worst of all is Barris Girl. So they take the second. And we've lost one there. In fact, we lost 2. One, the fellow was Strong Knight, and the Maze was unseated as well. So we're 2 down after 2 fences. Only 17 left of them in it already. So it's Regent Street, the grey that leads us by a couple of lengths to Firebridge Boy. And then there's Refreshed, Nature's King, MacFederal. They take the third. And we lost another one there, Cat King's a Faller. It's 3 out over 4 fences. Into the 4th. Oh, and they all managed to stand on their feet that time. But it's still Regent Street that leads them. From Firebridge Boy in second. And then third is Nature's King. Although Refreshed moving up on the inside to challenge that. On the outside is Lady Crumpet. I'll jump over that. Actually, if you look at the form cards, and these horses are pretty scratchy jumpers. There's a fair few that have fallen and unseated in previous races. Oh, and we're riding with Schechter here, who's in 9th place, and you can see the horses in front of him. They come up this little hill here. There's the 6 furlong pole, and there's the 6, and everybody's over that. Although it was a poor jump there by Pelosia Nonia, which has allowed Schechter to just pass it. But he's going a little bit wide here. He's 4 wide. He tucks back in, and tucks back out. Love an AI jockey. And they take the 7th, and everybody's over that. Although we lost one there. Firebridge Boy was an unseated. I'm not sure if that was at that fence. I was on board and couldn't see ahead of me, but we're down another. So that's 4 out of it. Nice skip over the 8th. It's still Regent Street that leads them. And I think we've got Firebridge Boy, the loose horse, in 2nd. And then we've got Refreshed and Larwood Miss. They take the 9th. And we lost another one there. Larwood Miss goes. Was doing well. Unlucky there, Doug. But it's still Regent Street. But we're losing them thick and fast here. We've still got 10 to jump. Although only a mile and a half left to travel. It's going to be a wild mile and a half, I think. But it's Regent Street that still leads them. Been there since the beginning. And then we've got a 5-length lead on Mac Federal, Schecter, Refreshed, Pelosia Nona, Lady Crumpet. And links back to Nature's King, Full Metal Jacket and Barris Girl just at the rear. They take the 10th. Everybody's over that. They're going to pass the winning post shortly, with just a circuit left to run. And here we are, as we see from the distance. You probably need your binoculars if you're this far back in the crowd. And they sweep on out to the left turn and approach the 11th. And it's still Regent Street that leads. The loose horse there just could cause a few problems for the chasing pack. Everybody's over that, although there's some slower jumps there. And it's still Regent Street. Been happy to lead. We'll take them into the 12th first. The rest of the chasing pack are all fairly well bunched. But obviously losing 5 of the original 19. Sorry, of the original 14. We're down to 9. And it's still Regent Street, although its advantage has been shortened now by Full Metal Jacket going into the 13th. A really poor jump there by Mac Federal has demoted him down the pack. But it's Regent Street that leads us from Lady Crumpet and Full Metal Jacket. They're a length ahead of Refreshed. Then we've got Nature's King and Schecter on the outside. On the inside of those is Mac Federal, Pelosia and Barris Girl. Another bad jump there by Mac Federal, and he's starting to go backwards. But it's Full Metal Jacket that decides to take it up now from Refreshed. Lady Crumpet, the one going backward is Regent Street. May have just bowled off too early. 2 making some good ground is Schecter and Nature's King. But it's Schecter that decides to challenge for the lead. It's Schecter that now takes them in. Oh, and he hit that one, Schecter. Knees akimbo and drops back after making some good ground. So Lady Crumpet and Refreshed now are going to lead them into the 16th. We only have 3 left to jump and 5 furlongs left to travel. So it's Lady Crumpet and Refreshed, neck and neck. They jump together, although Lady Crumpet jumped it better and gets a length advantage from Refresh. Schecter in 3rd has moved up again alongside the fence. Then we've got the grey Regent Street still trying to battle on. The one coming out of the pack is Pelosia Nonia, and they all jump over that, although a little bit slow. Lady Crumpet has pulled ahead. Pelosia Nonia in 2nd. Refreshed is 3rd. The hard working on the outside, Barris Girl and Full Metal Jacket trying to make some ground. Lady Crumpet gets over that. We've only got 2 left to jump, 2.5 furlongs left to travel. Lady Crumpet has given herself a 4 to 5 length advantage here from the chasing Nature's King and Pelosia Nonia. I'm not sure if they've got anything left. Lady Crumpet looks good with 2 furlongs left to jump and the final one. If he gets over it, he wins. It's Lady Crumpet from Nature's King under pressure in 2nd. Then with Barris Girl, Full Metal Jacket and Pelosia Nonia and Refreshed trying to make up the ground. But it is Lady Crumpet that gets over the fence and is going to take this. We've only got half a furlong left to run. A really good run there by Lady Crumpet. It's going to win this by 4 to 5 lengths from hard finishing Barris Girl. I think Barris Girl's going to get 2nd. Refreshed, I think, hung on for 3rd. But a good win there by Lady Crumpet. Let's see, and it's Kevin Minahan. Good win, Lady Crumpet, number 1. 2nd, Barris Girl, D. Thompson. 3rd was Refreshed, Obi-Wan. 4, Full Metal Jacket for Leon Van Rensburg. And 5, Nature's King, Moylet Surfer. Okay, next race on your card is race 31. It's the Fishery Lane Juvenile Listed Hurdle for the 4-year-olds. So the runners are as follows. It's Caramello Anthony. 2 is Dastardly Dick. 3 is Foxcatcher. 4, Little Nightmare. 5, Same in LA. 6, Secret Lemonade Drinker. Let's hope he doesn't win and I have to sing. 7, Arctic Burning. 8, Juanita Leanne. 9, Kingdom of Nuts. 10, Lunar Light Orange. 11, Toya. 12, Watson Avenue Girl, and 13, Witch's Sticks. So 13 to post again. So a rather unlucky number, as usual. So it's over 2 miles. These 4-year-olds, these youngsters. Wait. Let's see who's going to lead them into the first, as they all settle down. really wants to take this on. Jockey's taking a pull. And the first one to rise was Arctic Burning, and he decides to lead the pack. Takes a couple of lengths lead from the rest, and we've got Secret Lemonade Drinker on the fence. The second to rise over the second flight. All over this. But Arctic Burning's gone off a fair pace. He's got a 4 or 5 length advantage already, but it's Arctic Burning. We've got Secret Lemonade Drinker, we've got Caramello Anthony, Toya, Lunar Light Orange, and Dastardly Dick, and the Dark Silks against the fence. They're just a length ahead of Watson Avenue Girl. He's a further length ahead of Little Nightmare. Take that one. Same in LA. Foxcatcher, Kingdom of Nuts, and then we've got Witchy Sticks and Juanita Leyan just at the rear. So they take the 4th. Everybody's over that. Although Juanita Leyan was a little bit slow. So we're going to come up to the finish line. We'll have a circuit to go. Roughly a mile and a quarter to run. But it's still Arctic Burning. Takes them along by 5 from Secret Lemonade Drinker. We've got Caramello Anthony, Watson Avenue Girl, and Lunar Light Orange on the fence. They go away from us here. We're already getting a little bit spread out here. One at the back is still Juanita Leyan. And still Arctic Burning that's got the pace fairly good here. Although Watson Avenue Girl and Caramel Anthony are eating into that as they approach the 5th. Everybody's over the 5th. We're still going along at a fair pace. So it's Arctic Burning that still leads. From Secret Lemonade Drinker in 2nd, Watson Avenue Girl's 3rd, 4 is Caramel Anthony, 5 is Lunar Light Orange. And they're just a length ahead of Toya, Dastardly Dick along the fence. Outside of Dastardly Dick is Kingdom of Nuts. Further wider is Witch's Sticks as they take the 6. Everybody's over that. Then we just get towards the rear is Foxcatcher, same in LA, Little Nightmare, and Juanita Leyan. There's still Arctic Burning, although he's under a little bit of pressure now. Secret Lemonade Drinker trying to close the gap. There's a couple of lengths then back to Lunar Light Orange in the blue. And a length back further to Dastardly Dick. They're the first 4. As they come up to the next, it's still Arctic Burning. That Secret Lemonade Drinker is looking quite comfortable there. Arctic Burning still under a bit of pressure as they go into the 7th. Everybody jumps that well. So it's still Arctic Burning. We've got 4 furlongs left to travel, and they approach the 8th with 3 to jump. The one on the outside that's moving really well is Witch's Sticks, and trying to challenge for 2nd. But it's still Arctic Burning that leads. Been there since the beginning. Leads by a couple of lengths to Secret Lemonade Drinker. They take the turn to the home straight, and it's Arctic Burning. 2.5 furlongs left to run. The one that really has finally made some ground is Witch's Sticks, and then we've got Kingdom of Nuts, Secret Lemonade Drinker. On the outside of that is Lunar Light Orange, and the inside is Juanita Leyan. They 3 of them in the air together. It's Witch's Sticks and Kingdom of Nuts that take it up now. Here comes Secret Lemonade Drinker. Fast finishing Lunar Light Orange. Got a furlong left to jump. Last flight, he's over it. Witch's Stick jumps best. It's Witch's Stick that leads here, but here comes Secret Lemonade Drinker trying to close, but it's Witch's Stick that's going to hold on to this. Witch's Stick's going to take it from Secret Lemonade Drinker in 2nd. 3rd was Kingdom of Nuts. Fast finishing Juanita Leyan, I think, was 4th. I think 5th was Lunar Light Orange. Anyway, Witch's Sticks for Leon Van Rensburg wins it, takes the race. 2nd was Secret Lemonade Drinker for Paul Rhodes. 3rd, Kingdom of Nuts, Joshua Sutherland. 4, Juanita Leyan, D. Thompson, and 5, Lunar Light Orange.
So the Foster's Gold Nursery is next then. I'll take a look at the card. Obviously for 2-year-olds it's 5 furlongs, class 7 0 to 70 handicap. Top 1 Dirty Mistress, Stu Gray. Miami Rocket Shoe, Molliet Surfer, Grey Lamy Via, Doug Warren, Lucky Princess, Darren Howells, Animosity, Jess, Charming Man, Alex Cherry, Kim Bolton, James Follis, Lower Kicker, A. Murphy, Mardarello, Jamie Hopkins, and Martin Obi-Wan. So 10 runners then for this 0 to 70. 5 furlong sprint for 2-year-olds. They're all in, and away they go. And it's a fairly level break with Mardarello probably just the slowest away, but it's Lower Kicker who looks like going to set the pace then. Lower Kicker then, so Charming Man and Grey Lamy Via, and Grey Lamy Via is now just about in front on the inside of Charming Man. These two have quickly gone 4 or 5 lengths clear of Lucky Princess and Dirty Mistress, then Animosities after that one. Mardarello's made up that early ground, then Miami Rocket Shoe, Martin, Kim Bolton and Lower Kicker, but Grey Lamy Via now in the lead. From in 2nd place, Charming Man. Here comes Lucky Princess and Dirty Mistress coming Like trains also coming out of the pack is Martin, but Grey Army Vire's got a clear lead as they're into the final 2 furlongs, and Grey Army Vire doesn't look like it's stopping, does it? Lucky Princess is second, Charming Man's after that one, Dirty Mistress, but Grey Army Vire in front past the furlong pole. Now Miami Rocket Shoe looks the big danger on the outside, then Lucky Princess, Miami Rocket Shoe hits the front, Lucky Princess is in second, it's Miami Rocket Shoe and Lucky Princess racing away for the remainder. Miami Rocket Shoe on the inside, Lucky Princess trying to get up, but Miami Rocket Shoe takes it. Lucky Princess is second, Dirty Mistress was third, Kim Bolton 4 and Martin 5, and then Charming Man was after that. The crowd don't look impressed, but that was a good turn of foot shown by the leader there. Miami Rocket Shoe takes it from Lucky Princess in second, Dirty Mistress in third, and a very sombre looking crowd that will greet the winner. Miami Rocket Shoe for Molliet Surfer, Lucky Princess for Darren Howes was second, Dirty Mistress for Stu Gray third, Kim Bolton for James Follis was fourth, and Martin for Obi-Wan was fifth. So the Zetland Gold Cup is next then, another famous old race for red car this time, and it's a mile and 2 furlongs, class 3 handicap 0 to 90. Top one is Catty Wumpus, Colin Clark, Navy Avocado, Darren Thompson, Juventus, Carl Arrogante, Lad Silvestris, Darren Howes, Miami Aurora, Molliet Surfer, Purple Records, Martin Leadham, The Little Engine, Obi-Wan, Awesome Orson, Stu Gray, Cruise On by, Graham Clutterbuck, Larwood Arctic, Doug Warren, Triton Gentle, A. Murphy, Jadami, Daniel French, Maybrick, Kevin Minahan, Scherzer, Jamie Hopkins, O. Boston Deer, Tim Sandyman, and Rouge Nation, Alex Cherry. 16 of them then, magic number for the handicap of course, pay out on the first 4, they're all in, and away they go. And right across the track as you'd expect, sort themselves out through the first furlong or so, and Catty Wumpus, Juventus, Miami Aurora and Scherzer look like they're going to be the ones that want to take it on, and Scherzer pulling for his head and the jockey decides to let him go. So Scherzer gets over to the fence and is the clear leader from Navy Avocado in the red, Jadami in the light blue has come through as well, Triton Gentle being scrubbed along to get up the leading group as well, also Larwood Arctic and Cruise On By seem to be pretty keen to be in that leading pack, as well as Lord Silvestris, but Scherzer has got a clear lead of 2 lengths to Larwood Arctic in second, Navy Avocado third and Triton Gentle 4, then Jadami 5 and Cruise On By and Lad Silvestris, Miami Aurora and Awesome Orson are up there as well, so is Rouge Nation and Juventus looking towards the back. Oh Boston Deer, Catty Wumpus and Maybrick are the back 3 when they're past the 6 stick, and Scherzer's in the lead. Larwood Arctic is challenging in second, Jadami is third and Triton Gentle is 4, and Awesome Orson and Miami Aurora. Lord Silvestris is after that one, Cruise On By, Rouge Nation and Juventus, Purple Records in mid-division, then Catty Wumpus, O Boston Deer and Maybrick, but it's still Scherzer in the lead from Larwood Arctic second. Awesome Orson has made a move into third, then Lad Silvestris on the outside now going well in fourth, Navy Avocado comes under pressure, Miami Aurora trying to get into it, Jadami's still there, so's Triton Gentle, Juventus trying to run on, so too Purple Records, but they've got to get this Scherzer yet. Scherzer's still in the lead, he's now being challenged by Awesome Orson, Larwood Arctic, Lad Silvestris, Miami Aurora and Jadami all at the same time, but it's now Scherzer being taken by Awesome Orson. Awesome Orson up a 2 furlong pole, takes it up, it's Awesome Orson in front from Scherzer, Larwood Arctic, Jadami, Navy Avocado, Lad Silvestris, Juventus, Catty Wumpus, no Boston Deer, but now Awesome Orson is being swallowed up by Navy Avocado and Larwood Arctic. Navy Avocado suddenly shoots clear, and inside the final half furlong, Navy Avocado's put this one to bed pretty quickly, finishing fast is Catty Wumpus, but not going to catch the lead, and Navy Avocado takes it. Maybrick may have got it to be second, Catty Wumpus third, Oh Boston Deer was fourth, and that's a win for Darren Thompson and Navy Avocado. Maybrick second for Kevin Minahan. Catty Wumpus for Colin Clark was third. Oh Boston Deer for Tim Sandyman was fourth, and Larwood Arctic for Doug Warren was fifth. So the red car 2-year-old nursery then is the next race. It's a 1 mile 1 furlong class 7 handicap 0 to 70 with 2-year-olds. The top one, Endless King, Darren Howes, Keegan of the North, Carl Arrogante, Grey Lama Masachi, Doug Warren, Madness and Mayhem, Kevin Minahan, Herefordian, James Follis, Impelvan, Alex Cherry, the bad man Jamie Hopkins, and polar opposite A. Murphy. So 8 of them then, all quietly installed, and away they go. Grey Alarming Versace, the one closest to us. Polar opposite was a little bit slow to go, but has made up that ground already and is now being driven up to take the lead and cut over to that inside rail. So polar opposite then in the lead from Grey Alarming Versace in second, then the bad man is third. So that one in Pelvin and Keegan of the North, Endless King, Herefordian, and finally Madness and Mayhem. But they're pretty tightly grouped as they're through the first couple of furlongs, and polar opposite's got a 2-length lead from the yellow capped Endless King on the inside. No, it's the bad man, sorry, on the inside with the yellow cap. Then Endless King's on the outside, in Pelvin with the green sleeves between them. Then Herefordian and Grey Alarming Versace, Keegan of the North, and Madness and Mayhem, the back marker. So polar opposite then will sweep round this long turn in the lead. Polar opposite by a couple of lengths to Endless King and Impelvin. Then comes the bad man and Herefordian and Grey Alarming Versace, Keegan of the North just rolling around on the track a little bit, and Madness and Mayhem will be looking for a split to get through on the inside, but it's polar opposite from Impelvin. Then comes Endless King and the bad man, then Grey Alarming Versace and Herefordian, then Keegan of the North. Madness and Mayhem's now going to try and drive his way through the centre, it would seem, but polar opposite still going well in front as they come past the 3 furlong pole. Polar opposite from Impelvin, the bad man now makes a challenge. Here comes Endless King. Endless King sweeping through on the inside, but has got nowhere to go, and he's suddenly blocked. Jockey's right up in his irons with nowhere to go at all. He's got a ton of horse under him and he can't get it out. And it's polar opposite still in the lead. Polar opposite's in the lead from the bad man and Impelvin. Here comes Madness and Mayhem sweeping through. Finally Endless King gets a bit of a split, and it's Madness and Mayhem from Endless King on the inside, Grey Alarming Versace on the outside. Madness and Mayhem got first run, Grey Alarming Versace challenging. Endless King now got the rail and begins to assert, and Endless King starts to pull away and up towards the line. Endless King finally got the split and finally gets the win to take it. Fast finishing Keegan of the North in a photo for second with Madness and Mayhem. Grey Alarming Versace was up there as well, but Endless King for Darren Howells takes it. Madness and Mayhem for Kevin Minahan second. Keegan of the North for Carl Arrogante was third. Grey Alarming Versace for Doug Warren was fourth, and the bad man for Jamie Hopkins was fifth.
Two-year-old championship leg number 2. It's over 6 furlongs, handicap of 0 to 90 for the 2-year-olds. Let's have a look at the field. Hunter and the Hunted, Greenhouse, Burst of the Burden, Porn Star Girl, Jailhouse Rock, Kneel and Pray, Money Sound, Dream Cortez, Fredo, Gate Gabriel, The Handmaid, Speedy McDB, Silver Lass, King Gold Katze, Cinderella Story, Worthy Grey Alarming, Majestic Flight. Those 4 last runners are big outsiders. It is 17 runners that goes to post. They're already loaded. The flag's up at the 6 furlong. Racing, off they go. In the early stages, you can see Money Sound completely been restrained, goes to the back and finds an inside running from that wide draw. A lot of runners still running out wide. Early time shows Silver Lass. He's showing his colours in first. Greenhouse is in second at the rail. You got Porn Star Girl, Worthy, Grey Alarming back in fourth. The Handmaid, Dream Cortez is a bit further back in the field. Then we head to the middle. Get Gabriel, Fredo, Hunted and the Hunted. And then we got King Gold Katze, Cinderella Story, Speedy McTB sees them all second to last. And Stone Cold last is Money Sound way back in the field. So Dream Cortez whips them in for home. Porn Star Girl applies pressure on the inside. Greenhouse has been driven along. That's trying to stay with them coming out of the back. Worthy Grey Alarming is also starting to wear them down, as well as Silver Lass in the middle of the track. The Blue Silks of Get Gabriel hooks to the outside, gets a clear run. Get Gabriel is a big runner, and from Stone Cold last, King Gold Cuts is running a good race as well in the middle, as well as on the far side. Hunter and the Hunted is also starting to lift. It's still Porn Star Girl, Dream Cortez, but he's been tackled by 2 runners on the outside. Get Gabriel, King Kotze, it's going to go close, and I think it's going to be King Gold Kotze just gets up from Get Gabriel in second. Darren Howells, if I'm not mistaken here, gets in the winner's box with King Gold Kotze. In second, Get Gabriel. There is a steward's inquiry in progress, so the results could change here, but I think King Gold Kotze is the winner. Let's have a look. And that is confirmed, and it is Darren Howells. Darren Howells, King Gold Kotze in the winner's box. In second, Get Gabriel D. French ran a good race. Back in third, Hunter and the Hunted ran on strongly from the back. Dream Cortez was the front runner, never went on of his efforts. Porn Star Girl was always there, just never quickened. And further back in the field, Jailhouse Rock, The Handmaid, Fredo, Silver Lass, Beast of the Burden, Greenhouse, Cinderella Story, Money Sound, and Speedy McGB were well outpaced in this affair. So Darren Knowles will be very pleased here with his winner here, King Gold Katse. He did say he was disappointing up to date is King Gold Katse, but he finally puts his best foot forward. Betfred Championship Leg 2, 1 mile, 4 furlongs, handicap of 0 to 90 for the 3-year-olds and older. It's on the dirt track. Let's have a look at this smallish field. Adam and Greatly Exaggerated, Arabella Hotel, Go Go Cherego, Bop It, Mrs. King, Goshkova, Head in the Clouds, Much Markle, and Ben Fleet completes the field, should I say, of 10 runners. They sent on their way. Let's give them some time to settle down here. It is quite a big tussle to overcome that wide draw for the wide runners, and Goshkova's making a lot of work to go to the front. Now gets there in second. Much Markle is also up there. Adam Ant settles in third. Then it's about a 2-length gap to the bunched up runners where you can find Go Go Cherego, Bop It, Arabella Hotel, Mrs. King, Head in the Clouds, and Greatly Exaggerated, as always, like doing it from the back, and is at the back at the moment, about make it 12 lengths from start to tail. Goshkova in front by about a 3-length, comfortable lead in second. Much Markle in third. Adamant, not sure what the jockey is doing at the back of the field. Greatly Exaggerated is moving around a lot and is using up a lot of energy. Look at that, keeps going to the left and then to the right, not settling. Goshkova in front, still about 4 lengths. Now in second, Much Markle, Adam Ant, Ben Fleet, and Mrs. King is making up a few progress, as well as getting a quick nudge there from the jockeys. Arabella Hotel, Purple Silks, midfield division, only has six lengths to track down. Then we head further back in the field, Bop It, Go Go Cherego, and now Greatly Exaggerated is on a hard-driven ride at the back of the field. So 6 furlongs left to go. Goshkova, the front runner, looking to do it wire to wire. Second, Much Markle in second in the blue. Then you can find third in that purple, dark purple colors, you can say. Adam Ant, Ben Fleet's also up there. And then you can find in the purple silk Arabella Hotel, racing about 3 wide. He's using a bit of energy, and Go Go Cherego just pushing that one, needs some daylight, gets it now. And also a bit further back in the field, in the clouds, Mrs. King, Greatly Exaggerated, made up a place. That's back into second last, and at the back now is Bop It. 3.5 furlongs left to go. Goshkova driven along, goes on strongly. Adam Ant second, now being tackled by Much Markle, who moves into second. On the outside, Go Go Cherego, the favourite, makes a claim for himself. 2.5 to go. It's Goshkova being tackled by Much Markle. Go Go Cherego, the favourite, is being driven on the outside. In between runners, Adam Ant gets a good run, as well as on the outside, Arabella Hotel. These 4 looking to be fighting it out at the finish. It's Much Markle, Adam Ant in second. Adam Ant fights right back, it's head to head, and Adam Ant now just keeps going, striding and coming right back. Much Markle is fighting a right back, and from the back, Go Go Cherego, the favourite, is storming home in the middle of the track. Go Go Cherego, as well as from nowhere, Mrs. King is flying. Mrs. King got there. What a run. Mrs. King nowhere close to the action, but when it got down to the last furlong, flying home on the outside. Mrs. King comes home strongly in to beat Adam Ant second. Much Markle back in third. Go Go Cherego has missed the top 3. What a ride. Mrs. King. Darren Ells gets a quick double on the card today. Look at that. When they turned in at the 6 furlong stages, back in 8th position, and just look at that. Only the last furlong started to find some kicking, some good speed to go on to win a very nice race here. Mrs. King gets a double for Darren Ells. Spencer, the jockey, well ridden, back in second. Adam Ant, and back in third, Much Markle. Arabella Hotel is back in 4th, and 5th was the favourite, Go Go Cherego.
Hurdle qualifier up next. It's leg 4. It's over here at Fontwell. It's a 2 mile 6. It's a handicap from 0 to 110 for those 4-year-olds and up. So number 1 is Hot Spark, 2 is Crafty Geezer, 3 is Sir Lancelot, 4 is Mystic Gale, 5 Scandinavian King, 6 Imperial Knight, 7 Pitch Fever, 8 Sun in the Vest, 9 Pistol Pete, 10 Queen Givry, 11 Summer Sun, 12 Missidential, 13 Minstrel in the Hall, 14 Dancily Red, 15 Cassius Umbrenia, and 16 is Tribago. And 16 to post. All looking to qualify for the finals. A little way and across the little road there here at Fontwell. Quite a short little tight course this. You won't want to be getting caught too wide as they come up to that first bend in a furlong or so. So as they all settle down, it's Mystic Gal and Sir Lancelot. They're going to lead them round the course. There are a couple of lengths already ahead of the chasing pack, so they take the first. And they'll skip over that flight, although Sir Lancelot was a little bit slow. Obviously getting itself into gear. So we're going to come up past the winning post here at Fontwell. Just still got over, I think we'll go round twice. But it's Mystic Gal that leads them by 3 to 4 from Sir Lancelot. Takes the second and skips that hurdle quite well. In third place at the moment is Dancily Red. White silks with a red cap, and then we've got Scandinavian King in the yellow. We've got Pistol Pete and Tribago. And against the fence in the blue is Sun in the Vest. We've got Minstrel in the Hall, Summer Sun and Imperial Knight. In fact, the leaders both took that flight a bit stickily. Mystic Gal went a little bit early, so Lancelot landed poorly. We're through 3. They'll bowl along. We've only got 13 flights to take over this 2.5 miles. And it's still Mystic Gal that leads us by 2 to 3 from Sir Lancelot. We've got third and fourth together, Dancily Red and Scandinavian King. And there's Pistol Pete, Sun in Device, Summer Sun. And slow jump there by second place Sir Lancelot. Jockey just having to remind the horse what he's up to. So go around this left again. And it's still Mystic Gal from Sir Lancelot. One at the rear is Hot Spark in the white silks, a little bit dispatched and under a little bit of pressure. There's a few in the pack, still trying to make room and get their positioning. But it's still Mystic Gal. It's going to lead them into the 5th. And a couple along this back straight here. There's Mystic Gal. Better jump there by Sir Lancelot, which falls alongside Mystic Gal now. And there's still 3 to 4 lengths ahead of Dancily Red and Summer Sun. They take the 6. Everybody takes that and skips over it, well, as do the leaders. So it's the 2 at the front, Sir Lancelot and Mystic Gal. Bowl along quite comfortably. Hot Spark still at the rear, and to be hurried along a little bit to try and get back on terms with the rest of the pack. They take the 7th, they jump it together, the leaders. Everybody else is over this. Past the grandstand again, with the circuit to go. Just over a mile and a furlong left to run, so Sir Lancelot's going to take them out towards the 8th. So Mystic Gal rise together, jump well, rest of the pack chasing hard. But so we've got Mystic Gal that leads, and Sir Lancelot in 2nd, Summer Sun's 3rd, then we've got Scandinavian King. Minstrel in the Hall's made some better ground and a better position, and Silly Red, Pitch Fever, Tribago in the blue against the fence, and we've got Pistol Pete, Sun in Device. Take the next, and they all skip over it. And just at the rear is Imperial Knight, Missidential, which I think was a winner last time out. Not going so well today. And then we've got Crafty Geezer and Hot Spark, who's just out of screen at the moment. But we're still being led by the 2, Mystic Gal and Sir Lancelot. Through 9, I think they're approaching the 10th now. We've got Summer Sun, Scandinavian King, Minstrel in the Hall. A little bit of ground is Dancily Red into this flight. All over that, although Missidential took that rather badly. And the 2 out of screen is Crafty Geezer and Hot Spark. So Sir Lancelot's taking this up now. From Mystic Gal, we've got Summer Sun, Dancily Red making a move on the outside. The one further out wider is Queen Givry. First mention for her, and she's speeding along. So it's Sir Lancelot, Mystic Gal, Queen Givry coming up to challenge, maybe starting to go for home, 3.5 furlongs out. And he is, so Queen Givry takes it up with Sir Lancelot. They take the flight together. Better jump by Queen Givry. Takes the lead from Sir Lancelot. Mystic Gal still there. The 3 to 4 lengths back to the chasing Tribago. Dinsily Red, Scandinavian King. But it's still Queen Givry. Sir Lancelot pulls alongside on the inside. Got the row to help. We've only got just inside 2 furlongs now. So it's Sir Lancelot, Queen Givry. Dancily Red trying to make up some ground and close the gap alongside Tribago, but it's still Sir Lancelot that leads. Sir Lancelot, Mystic Gal trying to fight back. Queen Givry's may have shot her bolt. One on the outside's Dancily Red. It's Sir Lancelot. They're over the last. Got half a furlong left to run. It's Sir Lancelot that's going to take this. Fast finishing Dancily Red. Third is going to be Mystic Gal, our long time leader. Fourth, I think, is Summer Sun. A fairly good race there. Didn't really get a few at the back there. Crafty Spark. Totally detached. So it's a win for Sir Lancelot, Paul Rhodes. Second, Dancily Red, S. Grey. Third, Mystic Gal, Ghost Sapper Stables. 4, Summer Sun, Kevin Minahan. And 5 was, 5th was Scandinavian King for Moylet Surfer. So I think the first 4 there qualify. So well done to you guys. Okay, still here at Fontwell, and it's the qualifier for the chase. This is over 2 miles 6 furlongs also. It's an 110 handicap. So number 1 is Bear Island, 2 is Spartan Law, 3 Red or Blue, 4 Majestic Miles, 5 Dancing Days, 6 Another Jenny, 7 Field of Dreams, 8 Latter Day Saint, 9 Dalai Lama, 10 Skip Garbo, 11 Cold Snap, 12 Lauder, 13 Lentulus, 14 Crooksman, 15 Quentin Dinnies, and 16 Tamima Lark. So 16 go to the chase qualifier as well here at Fontwell, and they're straight into the first. And everybody's over that, although Skip Garbo was a little bit slow at the back. So as they settle themselves down, we've got 18 to jump. We're into the second. A stiff fence that here at Fontwell. And it's Quentin Dinnies that leads us by a length or so from the pack. We've got Lentulus, doesn't really want to go anywhere in the green. A couple closest to us here are Lauder and Latter Day Saint. Take the second, or third, should I say. Everybody's over it. There's a couple of sticky jumps. We've got a horse running on the other side of the fence there. Come back, and he does. Magic Horse. So they take this right turn. It's quite stiff here at Fontwell. It's a short little course. We're going right-handed. Where over the hurdles course we were going left-handed. But it's Quentin Dinnies that leads. Red or Blue. Second, alongside Lentulus. Take this big ditch. And everybody gets over it, but we're getting a little bit stretched out already. We've lost a couple actually. Another Jenny and Dalai Lama. I didn't see them, but I think they went on that ditch. We're all getting a little bit lost 2 already. Anyway, it's Quentin Dinnies that still leads us from Lentulus. They take the 6. Everybody gets over that. Bit of air from a couple of them. Quentin Dinnies from Lentulus in second. And we've got Latter Day Saint, Tamima Larks, Bear Island, the blue. One closest to us is, sorry, Bear Island is the one closest to us. Lauder just inside of that. And then we've just got length back to Spartan Law. Lauder up on the fence. Not sure the blue silks on the fence. It looks like got a couple in blue, but don't have the same coloured silks as the race card. They're just the ones at the rear of Majestic Miles, Skip Garbo, Crooksman and Dancing Days. They take the 7th. We'll get over that. Some big fences here at Fontwell. And they'll come down this little hill to the 8th. Good jumps that time. So it's still Quentin Dinnies that leads by 3 to 4 from Red or Blue and Tamima Larks. We've got Lauder, Latter Day Saint, Cold Snap. Bear Island's the one closest to us. Lentulus has got itself a place on the fence. Oh, we've lost one there. Cold Snap. Jockey couldn't get the horse over. There's a faller there. So we've lost 3 from the 16. So we're down to 13. And it's still Quentin Dinnies that leads them around this right-hand turn. It's a sharp turn here. You don't want to be caught too wide. And the worst horse is Lentulus, who's probably 5 wide. But it's still Quentin Dinnies that leads. A couple that are just getting a little bit detached at the back of Majestic Miles and Crooksman. But it's still, you know, mile and a quarter to go. Still time for everyone to get into it. Everybody gets over the 10th. So we've got 8 to jump. So come into the 11th. Quentin Dinnies still leading. Rises first, takes it well. That's still Quentin Dinnies by 2. Now to Lauder, who's taken second. Bit of the slow jump there by Quentin Dinnis has allowed the rest of the pack to shorten his lead now just by a couple of lengths. He's going to pass the grandstand for the last time with a circuit to go. There's the finishing pole amongst the I don't know, the foliage, just to trick us. So it's Quentin Dinnis that leads them out for this final circuit. Latter-day Saints on its hind legs and Lauder's in third. Then we've got Tamina Lark's Majestic Miles has done well to make up some ground. Then we've got Lentus against the fence in the green who just moves out. We've got Red or Blue, Dancing Days, Crooksman, Field of Dreams. They take the 13th. Everything's over that, although there was a poor jump there by Crooksman. One at the rear still is Skip Garbo. We've got three at the front now. It's Latter-day Saint, Lentulus and Quentin Dinnis that all take that one. We've lost one there. I think that was Quentin Dinnis. Unseated his rider. Bad luck. Been leading since the beginning. Bad luck to connections. So we're through 14. We're going to approach the 15th. It's Lentulus that's going to rise first alongside Latter-day Saint. Everybody else is over it, but it's Lentulus and Latter-day Saint. And then we've got Red or Blue, Dancing Days, Spartan Law on the inside. One that's made up some really good ground is Dancing Days and Nips on the inside rail as they go round this right-hand turn. But Latter-day Saint is not going to give up too easy and starts to head for home now. We're just inside the 3 furlongs. We've only got a couple left to jump. It's Latter-day Saint, Dancing Days, Lentulus. These three are pulling away from the chasing Spartan Law and Majestic Miles, Red or Blue. They take this big one. Latter-day Saint jumps it really quick and fast and takes 3 to 4 out of the chasing pack, but it's still being chased by over the 17th. They all jump it well. A couple of poor jumps, but it's Latter-day Saint put under pressure now by Spartan Law, trying to eat the ground. We've only got a furlong left to run. It's Latter-day Saint. Spartan Law is over the last. The 3 together. It's Latter-day Saint, Spartan Law and Majestic Miles as they approach us here. It's Latter-day Saint. Spartan Law trying to get back, but it's Latter-day Saint that's going to hold on to that. Latter-day Saint wins, I think, Spartan Law in second. I think Majestic Miles was third. And it was Latter-day Saint for D. Thompson, good win there. Second, Spartan Law, Joshua Sutherland. Third, Majestic Miles, Stu Gray. 4, Dancing Days, Martin Leaderman. 5, Red or Blue, Marty Cairns. If I missed your horse in that, I do apologise. So, Lark Hill it is for this 2 mile 2 furlong handicap 0 to 90 chase. Number 1 is Alabama, 2 is Cookie Queen, 3 is Screamer, 4 is Brady Gamble, 5 is Lasiego, 6 Up in Smoke, 6 Mr. Miz, 8 Penkham, and 9 is Comanche. So 9 here at Lark Hill, which is the biggest point-to-point course in the UK, just in case you didn't know that. So I wait for him to start, and they're away. There's a fair crowd here. I think it's one of the busiest point-to-point courses. We've got a nice clubhouse there in the rear. I'm going to charge a tenner to get in here, so it's a rather expensive little course to come and watch. But anyway, as a leader away from us and into the first, everybody takes that. Right at the back there is Comanche. He's already got himself rather detached, but it's Brady Gamble that's going to lead us. So through the first of the 15 fences, we've got Cookie Queen in second. Just sticking out the grey is Lasiego. We've got Penkham, Up in Smoke, Mr. Miz, Screamer, and the one that's just at the rear there is Comanche. So it's Brady Gamble and Cookie Queen now, neck and neck, almost. And third is Lasiego. Already starting to get a little bit drawn out here. I'm only through a couple of fences. Here on the Salisbury Plain, you might see Stonehenge. I'm going to take this big ditch. Oh, we've lost one there. Bad luck for Cookie Queen, down house. Horse just couldn't take that fence. It was rather a big one. They go over this plain one. And there's Comanche, and Comanche makes it too. So it's Brady Gamble that's got a 5 to 6 lead all on its own. Oh, we've lost another one there. Mr. Miz goes. I think that's Doug Warren. Bad luck there, Doug. So we're already 2 down out of the 9. It's only 7 left. So we've got a mile and a half left to travel here. Still 9 fences to jump. So let's see how many we finish with. Now Brady Gamble takes the neck, takes it well. As do the rest, as Comanche does right in the rear. So it's Brady Gamble that leads us as we go past the crowd. In the distance, I wonder if they pay £10 to stand over in the woods. Probably not. As I think as Steve Ram mentioned, that's probably the pikey lot. Anyway, it's Brady Gamble that leads from Lasiego the Grey and Alabama. And then we've got Penkum, Screamer up in smoke, and Comanche finally getting into screen. Made up a little bit of ground as they take this plain one, the 7th. Oh, it isn't Comanche, it's a loose horse. There's Comanche. Oh, what a dive she took at it. Oh, Ben Daly would have been happy with that. So it's Brandy Gamble that still leads us by a couple from Lasiego the Grey. Then we've got Alabama. And then 3 together, a Penkum, Screamer up in smoke. And we assume Comanche's still in the race, but we can't see him. We take the 8th. Everybody jumps that. A really good jump there by Penkum. He managed to quickly jump himself into 2nd place. But they're all pretty close to the remaining 5 that are chasing Brady Gamble. Brady Gamble's been happily bowling along in front. So we've got a fair few fences to go and only 6 furlongs left to run. All over that. Let's see if we can see Comanche. There he is, and he's over. So it's Brady Gamble, though his lead's been cut to 2 now by Penkum. Then we've got Screamer and Alabama under a little bit of pressure. They take this big ditch. Lasiego and up in smoke are chasing hard. There goes Comanche. But it's Brady Gamble that leads now, but his lead's down to just a couple as they approach this plain one. It's the 11th. Oh, poor jump there by Screamer will make him go backwards. Here comes Comanche, and Comanche makes it. So it's Brady Gamble that still leads us from Penkum now. Alabama up in smoke on the outside in the purple silks. Screamer trying to make up some ground again. We're through 12. We've only got 3 left to jump and 3 furlongs left to run. It's Brady Gamble, led this since the beginning, over this plain one, gets over it well. Here comes the chasing Penkum and also Screamer, who's made up some really good ground after that poor jump. But it's Brady Gamble that's going to lead them into the 14th. They take this slight turn here. Brady Gamble, Penkum and Screamer neck and neck. Who's going to take the flight first? They all jump together. Penkum was up fast, but it's Brady Gamble that still leads. Brady Gamble, Screamer, Penkum. Screamer just nosing ahead here as they take the last. They're all over it. A slow jump by Penkum. Screamer and Brady Gamble are the 2 that are looking. Here comes Penkum again. Brady Gamble kicks on. Brady Gamble just takes it on the line from Penkum and Screamer. And the last 2 are just Lasiego and Comanche. Comanche, I'm not sure what he was doing there. So let's just check. There's the row of the last together. Penkum was quite fast, but it's Brady Gamble from pillar to post win. Screamer was 2nd. Penkum 3rd. 4th was, we'll wait for this. Anyway, Brady Gamble for Carl Arroganti, good win there, Carl. Well done. 2 is Screamer, Kevin Meanahan. 3rd was Penkum, James Follis. 4 up in smoke, Martin Leadham. 5 Alabama.
Singapore Airlines International Cup. It's a Group 1, ladies and gentlemen, 4 years older. And it is on the turf track, 1 mile 2 furlongs. Let's have a look at this Group 1 field. Ancient Rock Boy, Count Bluebell, Dancer Miller, Hippogriff, Just in Time, Ley Lines, Roman de la Rose, Za Approval, Hair Apparent, called this one last time, ran a good race. Melodious, the Orange Aura, and Turquoise Tomato completes this Grade 1 field of 12 runners. Let's see who's going to get the crown. Straight line, they flying, sent on their way. Ancient Rock Boy in those bright red silks just drops in at the back in the early stages, as well as Count Bluebell. He's just struggling to find a gap there, but he's settling in at the back. Hair Apparent, the white socks basically, is in the middle of the track, just being driven along as Hair Apparent, and Hair Apparent now goes for him. Goes as usual, does it his way from the front, goes to the front. Joined in Hippogriff in 2nd at the rail. Za Approval is the grey horse, that's back in 3rd, just been held up a bit for a stride or 2 there. And Ley Lines from the back of the pack, as well as the Orange Aura, Melodious, and then we got Dancer Miller. Ancient Rock Boy is travelling at the back of the field, about 8 lengths to the leader, and using up a lot of energy is Turquoise Tomato at the back of the field, being driven. 6 furlongs left to go. Hair Apparent is just getting a few squeezes now to go to the front. He's a strong front runner. He's hit the front. Za Approval now shows his colours in 2nd. Just been held up again is Za Approval. Then back in 4th, we got the Orange Aura, made some headways. On the far side, Ley Lines is also up there. That's in the rail. In between runners, you got the blue of Roman de la Rose. Further back, Count Bluebell, Just in Time, is in the purple silks, and at the back, Ancient Rock Boy, Turkey's Tomato, Melodious at the back. 3.5 furlongs left to go. Hair Apparent whips them in for home as heads turned in for home in the Group 1 Singapore Airlines Cup. It's Hair Apparent looking for victory. Ley Lines is in 2nd. He makes amends on the back. Dancer Miller just in time. Hippogriff is also still in with a good claim. Making also headway is Ancient Rock Boy, but they need to catch. Hair Apparent at the 1.5. Ley Lines is in second. He's applying a lot of pressure. Hippogriff is back in third. The race needs to kick on very strongly because Ley Lines hits the front. He says goodbye, Hair Apparent, I'm going to the front. Hippogriff is trying to come out of the pack, as well as Ancient Rock Boy is starting to finish. Czar Approval kicks into second gear as well, but it's Ley Lines who's been tackled. Yeah, Ley Lines got there. Ancient Rock Boy in second. Czar Approval also lunged late for that second spot. I thought they were going to get close to Ley Lines, but I saw they were running out of ground here because Ley Lines just kept them. Good ride here by Dottori. Stephen Rand, go collect. Ley Lines in the winner's box. Ancient Rock Boy in second. Crunchy Mile. This is for Group 1, 1 mile, and it's a very impressive field that lines up here for this Group 1. Let's have a look at this field. American Road Trip, Battle Road Boy, Blue Swain, Finn Jet, Ground Crew, National Jury, Solent Green, 10%, Worship, Miller Sally's, My State Fair, Raise the Bar, Turquoise Valleys is the hot favourite here at 6-4. 13 runners for the Group 1. They sent on their way. Turquoise Valleys shows good early pace, the favourite. Blue Swain as well, coming out of that racing pack. That one goes to the front. That's been tackled in second. Finn Jet is also up there. Also the Great Ground Crew moves into second. Also on the far side we got Solent Green, Worship, Ground Crew, American Road Boy, Miller Sally is in the all white, racing out quite wide. 10% right close to the camera at the back of the field, is using up a lot of energy and is racing very wide. At the back of the field we got My State Fair, who's also travelling, starting to just get a few niggles from the jockey to get a bit closer, and still 10%, not sure what the jockey is doing, but it's still travelling very far. So Blue Swain in front, in second. American Road Trip, National Jury is back in third. They're going to start to turn in for Omea, and 10% finally moved a bit into the pack now. Blue Swain is still in front. Battle Road Boy in second. Back in third we got National Jury. Finn Jet has been held up and keeping his energy preserved. Miller Sally is further back in the field. Mid division they're already getting a few hits from the jockey here. Worship, Finn Jet is going to need to quicken up. From the back, Raise the Bar, Solent Green, My State Fair. It's the Crunchy Mile and there's only 1 furlong left to go. Blue Swain tackled by the favourite. Turquoise Valleys is in second. Finn Jet is also coming out of the pack in third. That's running a big race is Finn Jet, but it's Turquoise Valleys, and coming on Miller Sally is starting to kick in the middle. In the middle it's Battle Road Boy, also puts his head down on Finn Jet, and beautiful stuff. Battle Road Boy got up there from Finn Jet. The name of the horse just went missing in my head there, but it is the red silks and black of Battle Road Boy. He just gets the better of Finn Jet in second. American Road Trip, big outsider, runs a cracker for third. And Battle Road Boy, Jim Murray in the winner's box. In second, Finn Jet, Ball Roads. In third, American Road Trip, Joshua Sutherland and Raise the Bar. Steve Rand ran on. AJC Derby, Group 1. Another good field we treated here too. 1 mile, 4 furlongs. So the 3-year-olds, let's have a look at this field. Ator Benuta now, Cart Shark, Gonna Live Forever, Jackie Chan, Paul Rhodes, 13-2, must be a big runner today. Mr. Spock, Platin, Playboy, Playground, 53-1. Preston Stems, the hot favourite at 5-2. Missed the last one there, sorry about that one. They sent on their way. Playground right up there in the early pace, using a lot of energy. Cart Shark is gunning them to tail, goes to the front here. In second, Supply Lines, and then it's about 6 lengths to that third pack. So look at that. Cart Shark just keeps pressing very hard here. Just keeps going, not settling, keeps going. Look at Cart Shark, he's drawing wildly off the field here. Wow, alright, this is a gutsy move. There's no turning back now. Cart Shark is at least gone 17 lengths clear from that back marker Ator. So it's Cart Shark who keeps pressing along. Second, Supply Lines. At least make it 10 lengths into third place. He can find Benita now. Mr. Spock is in fourth. And Jackie Chan, Playground, Platin, Playboy and Pristine Stems, the hot favourite, is second to last. And Ator, the yellow, is stone cold last. So 7.5 furlongs left to go. The front runner, Cart Shark, doing it his way. About 2 lengths from second place, Supply Lines. And then it's a long way back. Make it about 12 lengths lengths to that third place in the balance of the field. Maybe they were a bit caught napping here because they're getting driven along. Atso is also making some progress, as well as Jackie Chan has now completely dropped to the back for Paul Road. Travelling well is Playground, gonna live forever. Very funny race this, haven't seen this before. Card Shark keeps going, he's gunning them, he's gone 4 lengths clear of the second place supply lines, and then it's at least another 10 lengths to third. So did the front runner here get first run on them? Amazing. Card Shark keeps going in second, supply lines is starting to catch Card Shark. Benuta now is also getting a bit closer. Then we're going to go and live forever's further back. Playground is travelling well at the rail, and Jackie Chan has dropped completely to the back of the field. That one looks well outpaced, can't win from there. 2.5 furlongs left to go. Card Shark kicks again. There he goes, about 2 lengths in second, supply lines. Benuta now has dropped into third. That's a clear third. At least another 7 lengths to back in fourth. Playground and Preston Stems, the hot favourite, is well caught flat-footed. If Card Shark can win this, this must be one of the wins of the season. He's still in front by about a length. He needs the line. Supply lines is finishing strong, and look at from Stone Cold like Preston Stems. He's finding a huge finish on the outside. It's gonna go close. It's still supply lines, and Preston Stems is flying. Preston Stems puts their head down, wins. Supply lines second. Wow, what a race. Ran out of breath there to even call this one home. Preston Stems from a no man's land position comes up, wins it by a head. Supply line second, and you can say the runner that caused havoc in this race is Card Shark. He managed to stay on for third for Hans. Wow. Pristine Stems, the favourite, did get up, but did he have to work for it? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's all I can say. Pristine Stems beats supply lines in AJC Oaks, 1 mile, 4 furlongs, Group 1, 3-year-olds. Let's have a look at the field. Heather Star Girl, Lantern, Larwood Sea View, 1 in a Million, Pristina. Darren Thompson looking for a grade 1 double, won the previous race. Time Bandit, Wings, the hot favourite, 11-4, and Your Hands in Mine, 66-1. They are flying, sent on their way. Wings just fly, jumped there, missed the kick, but quickly recovered to be with the pack. They're in a straight running line as they're going to cross that finish line for the first time. Lantern, the grey, looks to be running from the front, also just being pushed by Time Bandit, who now does indeed go to the front. On the far side, 1 in a Million, also just getting up for third there. And they are racing out wide. Wings in the early stages, they're racing a bit wide. They would like to come in. And Lantern as well is just getting a few squeezes to stay with that front running pack. They're very bunched up in the early times. It's Time Bandit for now, but he's been overtaken by Heather Star Girl, who pops in second. Coming on for third on the outside, 1 in a Million, Your Hands in Mine, Larwood Sea View. Then we got Wings, and Lantern is at the back. Pristina is between runners at the rail, been hidden from this pack in the early stages. So 8 furlongs left to go. Time Bandit is going to be looking to do it from start to finish. Heather Star Girl, that's the one with the red and black, in second. In third, moving up, 1 in a Million, still racing out wide. Wings now has decided to drop to the back of the field and not race out too wide. So Time Bandit in front, now being tackled in second by 1 in a Million and Heather Star Girl. Then we head back into fourth, Larwood Sea View. Pristina sitting comfortably at the rail, looks well. 1 in a Million, Wings further back, and Lantern now completely dropped to the back of the field and racing out wide. So Lantern not having his best luck in running at this moment. 5 furlongs left to go. Time Bandit been pushed along to keep going with his efforts. In second now you can find 1 in a Million, Pristina, Heather Star Girl. They make a line of 3. Then it's a 2-length gap to Wings, Lantern, Larwood Sea View, and Your Hands in Mine as at the moment at the back of the field. 3.5 furlongs left to go in the Oaks. It's Time Bandit, Pristina being tackled in second, and Wings from nowhere is in the picture. Wings is in third. 1 in a Million's been driven. Heather Star Girl is sitting about 5th, just passes Wings now. Your Hands in Mine, Lantern, Larwood Sea, they look beaten at this stage. There's 1.5 furlong left to go. Time Bandit is still in front. He's keeping gusty. 1 in a Million in second. Back in third you can find Wings, Heather Star Girl. Pristina's no making headway. There's 1 furlong left to go. The front runner, Time Bandit, looks still well in the driving mode here. Wings is trying to apply pressure. 1 in a Million was racing out wide, unlucky, but Time Bandit, the front runner, will win the Oaks. Lovely win by Time Bandit. Time Bandit will win 1 in a million second, and Winks could only do well enough for third. Well done to Steve Rand. Lovely winner here, 5-2. It's the Sandeman handicap, 7 furlongs, handicap 0 to 70. Let me first say welcome, and Dumela. We are in South Africa, Durbanville. Let me have a look at the field. Hail to the King, Harris Kanama, no favours, Huckleberry Grove, out, Stormtrooper 5, Malaga, Miss Fairwood, Novia Arctic, Barbecue and Olive Branch is the 11 runners that takes to post at Durbanville for the first in South Africa. Two races carded here. Lovely weather here in Durbanville. They flying centre on their way. No favours in the early stage, just been held up at the back in the yellow silks. Also, Ouch has been just restrained in the early stages. Racing out wide, Malaga is using up quite a bit of energy. They travel down to that 6 furlong pole. It's Novia Arctic in front. Hail to the King in the purple second. In third, no favours. They travel about 3 lengths clear to the second pack, where you can find Barbecue, Miss Fairwood, Huckleberry Grove, Stormtrooper 5. That's in the white. And then we got to the wide outside. Malaga is using a ton of energy. And Ouch and Olive Branch is a bit further back in the field. So 4 furlongs left to go. Novia Arctic is in front. He's been tackled by Hail to King, making some headway. Barbecue on the rail. Also outside, no favours. And lovely, also Stormtrooper 5 is also starting to kick from the midfield division, also getting much closer to that running pack. They're quite well stretched out this field. Ouch is further back in the field, and Olive Branch is tailed off at this stage. 2 furlongs left to go, and Barbecue applies pressure on the inside. He's been tackled by Novia Arctic, who keeps going at this stage. Huckleberry Grove is trying to get into it. Hail to King, no favours. Ouch is running on from the back of the field. It's still Huckleberry Grove in front now, just tackles Barbecue. Stormtrooper 5 and making good headway is Harris Kanama, who's finishing strongly. Barbecue is trying to stay at bay, but Harris Kanama keeps going, kicks clear, and will win the first at Durbanville. Barbecue second, close for third. Huckleberry Grove from a fast finishing. Ouch. Nice winner we have here. Ran on. Shows you the Durbanville track. You can come from quite anywhere. We had some good back finishes, finishing strongly here. Harris Kanama wins 7-2, joint favourite. Barbecue second. Huckleberry Grove 33-1 back in third. And Ouch ran on from the back of the field for fourth. Stormtrooper 5 is back in fifth. And then Hail to King, Miss Fairwood, they never kicked. Malaga used up way too many energy in this race. No favours. And Novia Arctic were the front runners. They never went on with their efforts. And Leader Maiden Stakes 1 mile 2 furlongs. We had Durbanville for the second and the final race for week 5 of Starters Orders Online. Let's have a look at this field. Brunhilda, Orange Light Sunset, Tusk, Engage, Lady Ashkalani, Mare Bremen, Razzleberry, Starling, Tropical State, and Vina Estate. Nice close-up view. They centre on their way. Quick start for Engage, he's right up there in the early pace. In second, Tropical State, also up there. And Tusk, Mare Bremen, that's showing up at the back of the field in the early stages. And Lady Ashkelani settles in at the rear. So 8.5 furlongs left to go. It's Engage in front by about 3 lengths, you can say. In second, Orange Light Sunset is travelling in second. Brunhilda is back in third. That one gets me the whole time. Vina Estate is back in fourth. Razzleberry in fifth. Tusk is also up there. Starling is a bit further back in the field. And Lady Ashkelani settles in third to last. And at the back, it is Tropical State. So 6.5 furlongs left to go. It's Engage. He's now been tackled by Orange Light Sunset. So these two, the two front runners, they have gone quite clear of this field. They've gone about 5 to 6 lengths clear from the bunched up runners of Razzleberry, Starling, Vina Estate, Tusk, Lady Ashkelani, Mare Bremen, and Tropical State is at the back in the yellow silk. So 4 and 8, you can make it 4.5 furlongs. Engage has been doing it his way, and he's just been tackled by Orange Light Sunset, who hasn't really passed him as yet, but he keeps applying pressure to the ones outside, and Engage says he pushes the button. He goes well clear now. In third, third. Brahida made up a lot of places to go up in third. The White Silks also travelling well. Tusk, and from the back of the field, Razzleberry is finishing well, as well as Starling, and from the back, Tropical State is racing out wide, but still looks to be in it. So 2 furlongs left to go. Now, Orange Light Sunset goes ahead. He shoots clear. Who's going to apply a pressure from the back of the field? Tusk is running on. Vinay State as well. Vinay State looks the biggest danger at the furlong stages. It's Orange Light Sunset being tackled by Vinay State. Vinay State keeps going on strongly to try and catch Orange Light Sunset. Orange Light Sunset is now starting to shorten his strides. He needs the line. He's not getting there. Starling is finishing strongly. Starling, Orange Light Sunset's gonna get close. I think, yeah, just got there. Orange Lights, no, Starling got there. I completely lost my commentary there. No idea who got there. I think Starling got there from Orange Light Sunset. The line was coming and the strides were shortening. Look at that. It's very close. Yeah. I should have stuck with my first decision. Orange Light Sunset got there from Starling. Tropical State ran on from the clouds back in third. I was about to say it was Orange Light Sunset. Changed my mind to Starling. But yeah, Orange Light Sunset won. Second, Starling. Tropical State back in third. Then we got Vinay.
Need to say, but I'm quite sure Could learning React and Redux help you get ahead? You should take React and Redux courses on Udemy.